Welcome to our podcast. How to practice speaking English by yourself.
You want to speak English better? But no one is around to talk to. And every time you try, your voice feels small. Your mind goes quiet. Your heart beats fast. And you stop. You sit there thinking, why is it so hard? Why can I understand so much, but say so little? You're not lazy. You're not bad at English. You just haven't learned how to trust your voice yet. Speaking is like walking in the dark. You won't see everything at first. But if you take one small step, then another, slowly, you begin to see more. Start with your day. Look around your room. And just say what you see. This is my bed. My phone is on the table. I feel a little tired today. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be fast. It just has to be yours. Talk to yourself while washing your face. I'm getting ready for the day. I hope today is kind to me. Even if your voice is quiet, even if it feels strange, you're doing it. You're speaking. You're moving forward. Nobody sees your small steps, but they matter because each word you say builds a path. And one day, you'll look back and realize you were learning to fly the whole time, even when it felt like crawling. You don't need a classroom. You don't need someone next to you. You only need a little bit of courage and your own voice, because that's where it all begins. You can practice when you're walking to school or waiting for the bus. Just look around and describe what's happening. The sky is cloudy today. There's a boy eating a sandwich. The bus is late again. It doesn't matter if your grammar isn't perfect. You're not in an exam. You're just speaking, and that's enough. Try telling yourself what you're about to do. I'm going to cook lunch now. I need to finish this homework. I'll call my friend after this. Speak as if you're your own narrator, like your life is a quiet movie, and your voice is the only sound. When you do this every day, your mouth gets used to moving in English. Your brain stops waiting for permission, and your fear becomes smaller, until one day, you open your mouth, and the words just come. Some people wait until they feel ready, but that day doesn't always come. You don't wake up suddenly fluent. You become fluent by doing it before you feel ready, by talking when it's messy, when it's slow, when it feels like nothing is working. You think speaking alone is silly, but it's actually brave. You're not waiting for the world to help you. You're helping yourself. You can also talk to the mirror, not to check your hair, but to look yourself in the eyes and say, I'm trying, I'm learning, I'm doing something hard. You don't have to speak fast. You don't have to use big words. Just speak like someone you care about. Because the way you talk to yourself teaches your brain whether to feel safe or scared, and you deserve to feel safe. Sometimes the fear isn't about English. It's about being seen, being heard, being judged. But when you speak to yourself, there's no one there to laugh at you. Only you and your voice and a quiet room that's waiting. So use it. Even if you only say 5 words a day, say them. Say them out loud. Say them without shame. It doesn't need to be deep. Just real, just honest. You don't have to sound like a native speaker. You just have to sound like you. And that's already enough. When you're doing the dishes, let the words come. This plate is still dirty. I used too much soap. I don't like washing dishes, but it has to be done. These little sentences, they seem small, but they are powerful because they are yours. You don't need a script. You don't need a teacher standing next to you. What you need is to show up for yourself every single day, even when you don't feel like it. The truth is, you don't practice to be perfect. You practice to stop being afraid. Afraid of mistakes. Afraid of sounding strange. Afraid of not knowing the next word. But the fear doesn't go away by waiting. It goes away by moving through it. Some days you won't know what to say. That's okay. Say that. I don't know what to say right now. I feel stuck. I wish English felt easier. That is still practice. That is still progress. You can describe your feelings, just like you would describe the weather. I feel a little sad today. I feel proud of myself for trying. I feel nervous, but I'm here. These are the kinds of sentences no one teaches. But they are the ones that stay, the ones that make English part of you. Not just a subject, not just a language, but a way to know yourself. Talk to your pets, to your plants, to your coffee cup. Talk as if the world is listening, even if no one is. Because every word you say is a seed, and one day you'll look back and realize your voice has grown into something strong, something clear, something real. Don't wait for perfect. Perfect is silent, but practice is alive. You can also pretend you're telling a story, even if it's just about your day. Say it out loud, like you're talking to a friend. But that friend is you. This morning I woke up late. I spilled coffee on my shirt. I wanted to give up, but I didn't. Speak it like it matters. Because it does. Your small stories, your quiet moments, they're all pieces of your voice, and your voice deserves space. You can look at an object and just talk about it. This pen is almost out of ink. I've had this notebook for 2 years. I write down my thoughts when I feel heavy. Simple words. Real thoughts. The goal is not to impress. The goal is to connect with yourself, with your language, with the sound of your own voice. Sometimes you'll mess up. Sometimes the words won't come. Sometimes you'll say something, and it won't sound right. That's part of it. Don't correct yourself too quickly. Don't stop just because it's not smooth. Let the mistakes stay. Let the pauses breathe. Let your voice learn how to move without fear. This is how you build trust. Not in grammar books, but in moments when it's just you, the air, and a little bit of courage. You don't need fancy expressions, just honest ones. I'm tired, but I'll try. I don't feel good today, but I'm still speaking. I want to get better, so I'm showing up. Every time you say something, your brain learns, your mouth remembers, your heart grows stronger. And one day, someone will speak to you in English, and you won't freeze. You won't panic. You'll answer, not because you're perfect, but because you've practiced being real. When you're walking home at the end of the day,
Talk about what happened.
I felt shy in class today. I wanted to say more, but I didn't. I think I'll try again tomorrow. That's English. That's growth. That's you learning to hear your own thoughts in another language. Don't wait for the right time. Don't wait for the right sentence. Speak in the middle of the mess. Speak in the middle of your emotions. Even if your voice shakes, even if it's slow, even if you repeat the same phrase 5 times, that's not failure. That's how humans learn. You can even record yourself. Not to post it. Not to share it. Just to listen. Play it back and hear how you sound. Not to judge, but to know, to understand how far you've come. You might feel strange the first time, like your voice doesn't belong to you. But the more you do it, the more familiar it becomes, the more natural it feels. Speaking isn't about being clever. It's about being clearer, and the clearest voice is the one that comes from honesty. You can speak about your dreams. I want to travel one day. I hope I can speak to people without fear. I wish I could order coffee in English without overthinking. That's a wish worth speaking. And the more you say it, the closer it comes. You don't need to say everything right. You just need to say something, because silence doesn't teach you how to speak. But speaking, even softly, even slowly, teaches you how to belong in your own words. You can make it part of your bedtime. Right before you sleep, turn off the lights, lie down, and just speak into the dark. This day was hard. But I tried. I'm proud of myself for speaking, even if no one heard me. Let those words be the last thing your brain hears. Not doubts, not pressure. Just gentle, simple sentences that tell your mind, I'm learning, I'm growing, I'm not giving up. That quiet moment at night is more powerful than you think, because your brain remembers what you say when the world is quiet. Even if you only speak 1 minute a day, it still matters. Even if you repeat the same sentence over and over, like, I can do this, I can speak English, I am enough. You are training your mouth, your mind, your confidence, all at once. It doesn't have to sound beautiful. It just has to be honest. And the more you speak without fear, the more space you make for your real voice to come through. Sometimes you'll surprise yourself. You'll say something you didn't even know you could. A new word will come out. A sentence will flow, and you'll pause and think, wait, was that really me? Yes. That was you. That is you. The you who keeps trying. The you who keeps speaking. The you who doesn't wait for perfect moments. You don't need more time. You don't need more books. You just need to start where you are, with what you have, and speak anyway. You can turn everyday things into practice. When you're choosing your clothes, say it out loud. I think I'll wear this blue shirt today. It's warm outside, so I don't need a jacket. Nobody needs to hear you. But you, do, because when you speak your life in English, you stop seeing it as a subject. You start living it as a language. When you open the fridge, you can say, there's not much food left. I need to buy more milk. This yogurt expired last week. It seems too simple, too easy, but this is what fluency really looks like. Not big words in a classroom, but small words that make up your real life. When you're bored, just pick something in the room and describe it. This chair is old. I bought this pillow last year. This lamp makes a soft light. Your environment is your teacher. Your voice is the lesson. And every sentence you say, no matter how small, is proof that you're learning. And on days when you feel down, when nothing feels right, just say that too. I'm tired. I don't want to study today, but I'll say one sentence anyway. That one sentence, on your hardest day, might matter more than 100 sentences. On a good day, because speaking when it's hard builds something inside you, not just skill, but belief that you're not just someone who wishes, you're someone who does, someone who keeps going, even when no one sees it, even when it's quiet, even when it's slow. So if you're still wondering how to practice speaking by yourself, start with this moment, this breath, this sentence. Say something about your day, your thoughts, your dreams, even if it's simple, even if it's broken, even if no one hears it but you, because your voice matters, even in an empty room, especially in an empty room. And one day, when you're standing in front of someone, speaking without fear, without doubt, you'll realize you didn't get there by magic. You got there by showing up for yourself, when it was quiet, when it was awkward, when it was just you and your voice. So keep speaking. Softly, slowly, bravely. The words will come because you never stopped calling them. Thank you so much for listening until the end. If you found this helpful, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who needs it. Take care, and see you in the next video.